everybody, I'm Jade, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the book Courtship Tag. I wasn't tagged to do this, but I've seen it floating around BookTube and it seemed really fun, so I thought it'd be a fun tag to do. This is also my first tag, so that's pretty cool. But Courtship Tag, you have the honor of being my very first tag. It's an honor. You should feel honored. Alright, so let's get started with the questions. Initial attraction. A book you bought because of the cover. So one instantly came to mind that I bought because of the cover, and that is The Ring and the Crown by Melissa de la Cruz. I had seen people on BookTube talking about it and like showing the cover, and I'm like, wow, that is so pretty. And I was going to one of her signings and I'm like, I want to buy this book because it's so beautiful. And I tried reading it and I was like not in the mood at all for like this high fantasy stuff, so at like 5 pages in. But it's a beautiful cover, so whether or not I ever read it and like it, it's really pretty, and that's all that really matters. Like, this book is so pretty. First impressions, a book you bought because of the summary. The book I picked for this one is The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chaani. I know I'm butchering your name. Sorry if you're watching this. I didn't quite buy it because of the summary, like from reading the back of the book, but I did see him talk at Festival of Books a couple years ago, and he was like explaining the book and like explaining the summary, so I bought it because of the author explaining it, which is the same thing. Same thing. I'll count it. Sweet Talk, a book with great writing. I had to pick Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. This is my favorite series, and the writing is just so beautiful in this book. If you guys have not read it, you really need to. It's just, everything about this book is amazing, especially the writing, and I cannot say enough good things about this book. Question 5, late night phone calls. A book that kept you up all night long. So for this one, I picked A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is probably the most recent book that kept me up all night long. I was just like addicted to this. I think I finished it like 7 or 8 in the morning. So good, like could not put it down. Question 6, always on my mind. A book that you could not stop thinking about. I read The Bronze Horseman back in January, and this book, oh my god, like I'm always constantly thinking about this book. It had like a big impact on me. This series is just so beautiful. I love historical fictions, especially anything World War II, and this was like a perspective I hadn't read since it takes place in Russia and is more about how like Russia was affected by the war and everything than like Germany and the rest of Europe, which was what I was more used to, because it's more kind of about like Stalin and stuff. And it's just like, it leaves an impact, and then the love story is so beautiful. It's just a beautiful book, and it's always in the back of my mind, especially after I first read it. I like could not stop thinking about this book, and I'd go back and like reread passages that I really loved. So yeah. Question 7, getting physical, a book that you love the way it feels. So for this one, I picked Champion by Marie Lu. It just has like a really cool texture, like the name is like up, and then this whole part, it's so cool. Like you can kind of see it has like the indentations, and so it's like almost feels like a stencil, and then like you can feel like the paint marks. I really like the way this feels. It's really cool. Question 8, Meeting the Parents, a book that you would recommend to your friends and family. So this is kind of a hard one because there are many books that I would recommend to my friends and family, but one that I have been recommending a lot to my friends and that I think is a book that a lot of people would really like is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Can you tell I love her? I've mentioned her twice in this tag already. This is just a really amazing book. It has such a compelling story and heroine. Most people have already read The Hunger Games, so while I would normally recommend that, since most people already read it, I would recommend Throne of Glass, since I feel like most people who read Hunger Games would really like this book. And even if you haven't read Hunger Games, I think you would really like this book. You should go read it. Question 9, a book or series that you know you will reread many times in the future. For this one, I chose The Nature of Jade by Deb Coletti. I have already reread this book multiple times. I first read it in 7th grade, I want to say. My friend was reading it and I was like, oh my god, that book has like my name in the title. I have to read it. And that's not just why it's one of my favorite books, especially one of my favorite contemporaries. It's a really great story, and I really love this book. I would check it out periodically from the library. I think I checked it out maybe 3 or 4 times over like 5 years, and then finally when I went and met her, I bought the book. And I've reread it like twice since then. So I've already reread this book like 4 or 5 times, and it's just a book I go to when I want to kind of have that happy feeling. So I know I will definitely be rereading it again in the future. And the last question is share the love. Who do you tag? Well, it seems like most people have already done this tag, so I'm only going to tag a couple of people. I'm going to tag Tasha Polis, The Book Vagrant, and Levenden Books. You guys should all do this tag, and if any of you want to do this tag, I tag all of you guys to do this, and I think it was a really fun first tag to do. I still can't believe this is my first tag video. Hopefully many more to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there are any other book tags that you think I should do, make sure you leave me a comment below letting me know which ones those are, because I had a lot of fun doing this tag and I'm really excited to be doing more tags in the future. I will see you guys next time. Bye! It's so interesting watching me brush my hair on camera, isn't it?